Right. Freshmen, first of all, I would like to say thank you so much for all the visiting students yesterday. It really means a lot to our campus. It shows your enthusiasm. It shows your commitments to your study. And then I've heard a lot about, you are working until late night, probably until 11 or 12. Some of you probably not sleeping. That's not the plan, yeah? The plan is to make you confident, to make you, there should be fun points in doing this. So, however, I can see that, all of you already on your full speed, your full speed on the first week, which is good, yeah? However, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. We are doing marathon run. So when we do marathon run, we don't do sprint at the first week. You got my point there. So when you do 10 kilos, you don't do sprint for the first 200 meters, and then you do sprint. Well, of course it is good, for 200 meters, but after 200 meters, yeah, we will need to maintain our stamina or resources, so it can last 4 years. I repeat, 4 years. So we will need to maintain that. We will need to maintain life balance here. So I could see a very good attitude coming from all students, but let me remind all high achiever students, especially, all high achiever students needs to maintain their stamina. If you do that, really full speed, yeah, full speed on the first week or first semesters, and then not paying attention to life balance as well, you can burn out. You can get burned out. So burnout means you have unnecessarily anxiety. All of a sudden you woke up in the morning and then feeling like you're missing something, or anxieties attack, and stress level. Well, we don't want you to go into that area, yeah. So please maintain work-life balance as well. So without further ado, let me tell you something about our today's meeting. So our today's meeting will follow project at-risk group. Project at-risk group. If every sessions we have different ad hoc groups, it is good for you to exchange information. But our original plan is for you to be in one group with other programs. So I could assume that none of you are in the same group on your project actuaries group at the moment, yeah? So with that knowledge in our mind, I would like to call your name one by one. And if you're ready, you can please turn on your microphone and camera, and then I will grant you the co-host for you to present your findings, of course, yeah? And then if you are not ready, you can please, apologies sir, please skip for now. Then I will skip until the very last students, and then I'll come back to you. Is that an agreement? Agreement, yeah? Okay, thank you. So what to present, sir? Mainly, we are expecting your prototype with project activities group, yeah? So you can please present anything from Figma, either Figma or using Proto or using Marvel, yeah? Using Marvel. It doesn't really matter because those are just different flavors of prototyping software. So if you can please present that. Is that enough, sir? That's enough. However, if you would like to do the extra mile, which is with myself, for example, NetBeans, you say, sir, I've successfully installed the NetBeans and then I've successfully done this, converting from Fahrenheit to Celsius, or converting from binary to hexadecimal. I don't know, yeah. I don't know. Please present that. We would like to know your achievement, your efforts in doing that, yeah. And then if you say, sir, I've done the extra mile, for example, I've done business intelligence with Dr. Michael sessions, yeah. Oh, we really look forward for you to present that, yeah. So first, what you need to present is your prototyping. However, if you have done the extra mile of installing NetBeans, or you would like to present ClickSense, for example, feel free to do that. Do we have any questions before I start? Let me see any questions. All right, class. Okay, let me check my chat box for the mouth apps. All right, okay. All right, I guess we are all happy with the arrangement, yep. So since we only have, I don't know, one and a half hours, I guess, yeah. So I would like to say, yeah, unfortunately, we will only have about 5 minutes per student. So if you can please state your findings and then your achievements, and then say thank you, and then 5 minutes, and then we will put the check mark on you. Are we happy for that? Great, great. Thank you so much. So let me start with the first students. All right, class. Let me start with the first students. We would like to call Eclisa Diaz Dafana, yeah? Eclisa Diaz Dafana. Eclisa, if you're ready, thank you. You can turn on your microphone, and then your time is 5 minutes from now, Eclisa.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you.
May I ask first? Can I ask, sir?
Yes, please, Eclisa.
Can I ask first?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes, please.
So the one that we present right now, is it? It can be the Marvel, right?
It should be the Marvel.
It should be the Marvel. The Marvel means the wireframes, right?
Exactly. It will be
all right.
wireframes.
All right, right.
5 minutes. Thank you. We look forward. Yeah.
Really do I screen share or?
Yes, you could do screen shares. I will stop sharing in that case, and then give you the how to give co-host to everyone. Yeah. Anyway, let me do that. Eclisa. Right. All right, Eclisa.
All right.
This is yours, please. Thank you.
So, share. Can you see the?
Excellent, excellent.
So this is the wireframe that our team made in Cider. So this is an app of a Corona Live. This means that, we're in the pandemic era, and we have a problem in, like, we don't know where the Corona is concentrated in places. So this is the wireframe. This is the app where you can, what do you call it? Track the person through their phones, and it tracks. And if that certain person have a corona, the app can highlight where did you go. It will read and it will warn you if you're in the red zone and the corona zone, and you have a self-diagnosed form where have you been, what did you do in that place, and also a daily report right here. It's a updated daily, and it's from a news company, usually like thetik.com, compass.com. So it's very updated and well known by people. Sorry. And we also have another one, which is the Recycle Guru. It's like it's like a trash app. So you can scan the trash, and what it identifies what is the trash is. Is it a plastic? Is it a paper? And it can locate the nearest location to the nearest trash bin or the nearest compiler of trash, and can give you rewards later on. Like if you collect about 100, trash, you get 500 rupiah. I guess.
Excellent, Lisa. Excellent. Do you have any other screens to show us, please? Thank you.
Well, there you can closer look at it, like the rewards. You have the balance of it. Like we can collab with GoPay or any other, or we have our own. And all right, you have a reward. So like, the more you collect it, you can get extra rupiah. Like after certain amount that you collect, it can accumulate a bonus points or a bonus rupiah, like 100 rupiah. This is the app, like it can scans. I guess that's it.
Well, thank you so much, Lisa. That was really excellent presentations. I really enjoying, seeing that, especially the coronavirus, indications. It is really needed, and then we would like to appreciate your effort, in doing this. If I make comments, yeah.
Yes.
If you would like to make that happen, the recycle bin guru.
Right.
I cannot remember the name. Guru.
Recycle guru. Yes.
Recycle guru. So what you need to go forward is, if you can please search for computer vision library. So computer vision library is, well, different with computer graphic. Computer graphic, you would like to show something on computers. Computer visions would like to understand something from outside, inside computer. So it's the other way around, yeah? So if I can comment on that, yeah. Thanks so much. I really enjoyed that, yeah? Any comments from Dr. Michael or Dr. Rain?
Yes, thank you, Susan. Iklisa, thank you so much. Well done for your work. This is actually the thing that we want. It's not only building the application, but you can contribute something, to the society. Maybe you can commercialize your application. And during your study letter, you will enhance your skill and knowledge in BIS program. I think that's my comment. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Michael. Dr. Rain, please. Thank you. All right, while waiting for Dr. Rain, let me call for another student, Iklisa. For the rest of the students, if you can please go to the bottom right of your Zoom screen and click on reaction, please. After clicking reactions, you can please clap your hands for Iklisa, yeah? Iklisa, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that, yeah? Bottom right, and then reactions, please. Thank you. Right, we would like to call the next students. So the next students will be Brian Samuel Darmaji. So the class would like to call Brian Samuel Darmaji for...
Sir.
Yes, please.
He's not feeling well today, sir. So he told me that he's gonna come a bit late.
Right. So let me put notice on that, yeah? So Brian, okay, thank you so much, Farrell.
Yeah.
So let us call another students, Regine Alenza Dexter. Regine Alenza Dexter. If you can please prepare your presentations. Thank you. How are you, Bella? It's been a while. Bradella. Why I cannot find your name? So 24. Can you please give me numbers, please? 34.
244004.
24404.
Quadruple 2.
Quadruple 2.
Can you see the screen?
Well, excellent. Oh, nice. iPhone.
Yeah, so our group made an app for self-discipline so that we can control our usage of our phones. Sometimes we use it for useless things like for social media, but we don't get things done. So we are less productive. So this app helps you to be more productive and control yourself. This is the sign-in page. We fill out our email and password first, and then we can sign in. This page are for the apps that we can hide notifications from, or we can even hide the apps so we can use them less, so we can control ourselves and be more productive. We can add more apps or see the settings. When we click the app, we can go to the settings. For example, like this, we can show a reminder when you open the app or apply schedule block and others. As you can see, there are options here. And then we move on to the next page. We have, we provide to-do list either. For example, we can make reminders for today or tomorrow or for a week. You can edit this as you can see. And then we move on to the other page. We also provide app usage stats. So we can review what apps we used. So we can manage our time more. So you can see, we can see the charts for today or for a week. Then we move on to the other page. Oh, we also provide notifications.
Positive.
We provide quotes and motivations as notifications. Yeah, I think that's it. That's all.
Oh, excellent, Pradela, yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you for listening.
Well, it is certainly my pleasure, of course, yeah. If I could comment on this, this is really good applications, yeah. So it is an applications to manage applications, is it?
Yeah, so we aim to, for this application to help us to control ourselves and like help us to prioritize things that we need to do first. So we could focus on our work
Right,
and like disable some apps for a while.
right, excellent. Excellent. Right, so if I could suggest, what we need to, if you would like to make this happen, yeah, what you need to do is, of course, to make sure, I'm having delay, sorry for that. If what you need to do is to make sure whether controlling other apps from your apps is not security breach. So let me repeat. What you need to do is to make sure later on when you would like to make this happen, yeah, really, in programming class later on. So you would need to research whether to control another apps from your apps is not a security breach. If it's considered security breach, then you have to rethink of how you would like to put your applications in the market. Something like that, yeah, Pradela and friends, yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, excellent applications, and then really useful for day-to-day life. Yeah, I look forward for you to build an application as well for a company. Yeah. Right. Without further ado, we would like to give the chance for Dr. Michaels or Dr. Rain to comment on your application, please. Thank you, Dr. Michael, please.
Thank you so much. Well done. I think maybe you can have a specific target for which person that you think is the best to use your application. Could you tell us? Fradela, maybe Fradela, Regine.
Who is the best person to use our app?
Yes, right.
We aim for like students and workers to could control themselves and like self-discipline themselves so that they could focus on their work. That's why we make this app. And other than that, we also make the to-do list page, and we also this app, like, we aim for this app to help others to be more positive and to finish their work. Ferdela.
We also aim for this app for the students, maybe, so they can study more and more effectively, other than workers and students. Maybe we also provide them for maybe teachers also, because some of them have trouble managing their time. And yeah, overall, everyone can use this app if they want to manage time more effectively. Yeah.
All right, that's great. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Michael, for the questions. So we would like to give opportunity to Dr. Rain, probably. All right, while waiting for Dr. Rain, let me move on to the next group. Yeah, so thank you so much, Regine, Alan Dexter, and Maria Pradela Tania. Yeah, and then I believe Brian is in your group as well.
Yes.
All right, okay.
But I think...
Yes, please.
By the way, this is a group consists of many students. If one group member has another work, for example, for data analytics, yeah, BI, business intelligence, or NetBeam, the other group member can present. If you have another result, please.
Well, just in case Brian would like to present something as well. And who's the next students? Yeah, Pradela or Regine? Who's the other student?
In BIS, we also have Florencia.
Florence.
Yeah, Florencia.
Yeah, I get her name. Right. Okay, just in case Florence would like to present something as well.
We have Florence, Brian, James, and Ridwan, sir.
And Ridwan, all right.
Ridwan.
For the app before, we actually divided our tasks, right, sir? And my task was supposed to make a logo and do some editing to the prototype. That's why I don't know what to present.
No problem, Pradela. No worries. All right. So if probably Ridwan, Florencia, or Brian, if you would like to present something. Right. If not, thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you so much, Regine, Alensa, and Maria Pradela.
Sir.
Yes, please.
Can I present the logo I made for
Absolutely.
the group?
Who's that? Yeah, who's that? Florencia, is that?
Yes, that's me.
Florencia, yes, please. Please, the logo, yeah. Please.
Wait, sir.
Let me put you as co-host, yeah.
Okay.
So.
Wait, sir. I'm still looking for the logo.
No problem. So yes, Florencia, yeah. So.
This is the logo I made for our group.
Could you please tell us what is the concept behind the logo? I'm not the expert of commenting on logo, but I'll try to. Could you please tell us the concept behind this? Yeah, focus. Yeah.
I made it like this because I think it's more the face is to represent ourselves, so we can focus in any situation. Yeah, like that such.
Right, right. So what is the concept behind the name? Yeah, behind the name is that you know
The name is focus because our app is to encourage people to focus on ourselves, not on our social medias or technologies nowadays.
Excellent, excellent. Right, excellent, excellent. Florencia, yeah. So if I may comment on this, yeah. Well, I know my degrees is computing degrees, but let me try to comment on this, yeah, based on my experience with Apple Academy. Yeah? So within Apple Academy, they would like to question you. When you take out your mobile phone like that,
Yes.
and then looking at those screens contains many applications. How good is your logo can stand out from all of other applications?
I think our logo is different. there is not much logo with.
Exactly. So look here. What's important here is be very careful in putting word into logo. Usually logo, especially for apps, logo, we don't have words. Shopee, we have only S, Gojek, we don't have the words Gojek because it is when you put it that small in your mobile phone, you got to Florence here. When you put it that small, to a square of I don't know how many pixels is that, maybe 500 times 500. You cannot read those words focus, not a chance. You got my point, yeah, Florence. So this is a very good concept behind, so we can focus. However, you would need to take into considerations of the user interaction as well. How are they going to read those with 500 times 500 pixels, which is really, really small, yeah? If I may critique on that. But overall, I would like to say it's very, very good concepts and very good talents over there. Yeah, is that your own drawings with the face?
No, sir. No. I can't draw.
All right, excellent, Florencia. Florencia, thank you so much for sharing this with us. I really enjoyed the logo. Yeah, but if I may suggest that in making this a real applications later on, you would need to consider put that into 500 times 500 blocks, then whether it's readable or not.
Okay.
Right, Dr. Michael, would you comment on the colors? I'm just kidding.
No, I think it would be the same question like Sosam asked before. Maybe I just wondering about the circle, not really circle, yeah, in the C, why it is not really
It's just
circle, because you are trying to get a focus something, yeah.
so for that one, it's only a design, sir.
Design, okay.
Yeah.
You need to put some art, yeah, inside. It's not always the meaning, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
something that I never understand, Florencia. It's really out of my scope.
Because if I didn't put any color, it would be too plain.
Yeah, it will be too black and white.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Dr. Michael, please carry on.
no, that's all. Thank you so much. Well done.
Thank you so much, Dr. Michael.
The logo is
right, right. Dr. Rain, Dr. Rain, just in case you're already in the room, thank you. All right, Pradella, and then Florence, yeah, Florence, and then Regine and Brian. I don't know whether Brian is in the room as well. Yeah? Brian, do you have something to present before I move on to another group? Or maybe Ridwan, yeah? Ridwan has been really, really quiet, this week. Ridwan, do you want to share something? All right, no problem, no problem. All right, thank you so much for Brian Samuel, Regine Alensa, Maria Fradella, Florencia, and Ridwan Sahabit Muse. Thank you so much for, for your effort. We really appreciate that, and we really enjoyed the conversations of your initial ideas on BIS. Yeah, initial ideas. Thank you so much. Yeah, and then we would like to do not forget. So at the bottom of your screen, if you can please press hand clap, that would be appreciated. Yeah. So please click reactions and hand claps. That would be appreciated. Thank you so much. Right. We would like to move on to another group, which is, thank you, which is Shannon Halim. Yeah. Shannon, are you in the house?
Yes, sir.
Excellent, Shannon. Shannon, yes, please. Are you alone, or do you have any BIS students with your group? Thank
No,
you.
I'm alone.
Right, Shannon. Without further ado, yeah, I would like to make you as the co-host for you to be able to share your screen, of course. Right, without further ado, make co-host, and I hope you can find the buttons by now in front of you. So if you can please click the green button, and then it will give you the opportunity to share which screen you would like to share, of course. Take your time, Shannon.
Can you see my screen?
Excellent. Rest. Q. Nice. Nice. All right. Shannon, yes, please.
So the app that me and my cider group made today is an app that aims for neglected pets, especially dogs. So we think that Indonesia is essentially
Shannon, please.
Yes.
Oh yes, sorry for that, Shannon. We missed you. We missed a little bit on your presentation there because of connections. If you can please repeat that, thank you.
So Indonesia is essentially lawless when it comes to protection for animals. So there are an estimate of 500,000 stray dogs on the streets. And even though there are many shelters or organizations that handles it, a lot of them are usually full, or maybe some of them don't have any funds to run it. So our group thinks that this problem can be solved by making an application. So when you first come to the application, you will have to sign up. So there will be your name, email, and password, and you can sign up to the app. So essentially, you will come to the home. At the home, you can choose your animals. For example, you want to choose Hazel. But when you see you don't really like him, you can go back and maybe click on Lassie. So if you like Lassie, you can adopt her. So when you adopt her, you will have an adoption fee. You can pay it according to your own method. And also, if you don't like it, you can go back too. So when you click on adopt, you will already give your adoption fee to the company. But you can also have an amount of donation to give to the company too, so that if you want to support the company for the dog and for the rescuing of neglected pets, you can also donate them. But if you don't want, you can also skip the donation. So when you donate or not, you can get the contact number for the company if you have any further questions. But if you don't, you can just go to home again. So when you go back to home, the company will see first if you are actually good enough to adopt the dog, if you're really adopting it because you love dogs, or maybe you're adopting it because you want to do something bad to it. So when the company already approve of your adoption, they will confirm your adoption and give some notification to your account. So they will have this notification to your account. So when you click the notification, they will say that they have confirmed your adoption, and they will send you their location so that you can go and grab your new dog. And maybe if you just want to report a neglected cat on the street, you can also go to the location button. So this button is for when you see a neglected cat on the street, you can search where your location is, or you can also just click this button so that the company can see where you're at, and then you can just report your dog, your location, so that they can come and get the abandoned pets. So they will ask you if you're sure or not, and if you are, they will be there shortly. And they will also contact you along the way to see if the dog or your location is really there. And also you can search for some dog that you want, and also you can edit your profile here. So that's it.
Nice, nice, excellent, Shannon, excellent. I really enjoy this. Yeah. If I may comment, yeah, if I may comments, I myself is a dog person, and then however, strangely at my house I have 8 cats, so I'm not really a dog person, but you know, deep in my heart I'm a dog person. But when we would like to do this pet rescue, what you need to do is we have what we call business canvas. It is not strictly business. No, you can apply this for non-profit organizations such as this one, or if it is profit organizations, if it is even better. What you need to do is to build the supply chain between yourself as the applications, and then the channel to deliver your service to your customers, and then of course the source. So my question is to you: how are you going to maintain the source of all of these, you know, various docs? If it is only docs, yeah, Shannon. How are you going to maintain all of this?
In which way, sir?
In the sense of how are you going to maintain the supply of your of dogs?
Oh, so our company is supposed to be a company that is a pet rescue, right? So the people who use the app could donate money to the company so that they can maintain all the dogs, and so the dog will have all so the dog can have money to.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
The company can have money to take care of the dogs.
Yeah, I get you. As long as you have, you know, of how to maintain your organizations, or in this case, you would like to say it is a company, yeah? Because especially for a non-profit organizations, we will need to run the organizations. Yeah, for example, you will need to vaccine all of the dogs. You will need to, groom a little bit of the dogs before, to be displayed a bit more, cute, or something like that, to move your customers to adopt those dogs. Yeah. So it all needs cost. It all needs money. So with that, please consider your business model. Yeah, we would like to say, how are you going to? But overall, I really enjoyed the application. It's really looking really professional. Yeah. I look forward for you to make the real application out of this design. Thank you. Thank you. I would like to pass this to Dr. Michael or Dr. Ray, please.
Yes, thank you, Sir Sam. Well done, Shannon. This is really good. You take care several features already in your applications, including the GIS map, yeah, about the location of the pet, maybe, and maybe you can think a bit forward regarding how to attract, yeah, the people to use your application. Maybe you have thing in mind, because in Play Store, maybe there are many dog rescue or pet rescue, but they are mostly game. How you can compete with the game application? Maybe this is just an example, yeah? Maybe you have an idea for that?
Me and my group think that we want to target the people that is usually dog lovers, so that they don't have to buy a dog from different places that is expensive and useless, but they can just adopt a dog that is abandoned on the street, so that that dog is taken care of. So we want to target the people. It can be a teenager or maybe somebody who's older, so that they can just use, not use, so that they can just adopt dogs instead of buying one.
Yeah, certainly. I think that's, of course, especially for dog lovers, they do like this kind of application, of course, trying to adopt dogs, and maybe, I'm not sure, in the future you can exchange the pet, yeah, from one owner to another owner. Okay, thank you so much, Shannon. It's really good application already. I didn't expect you can do something this far, yeah? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you so much, Dr. Michael, for the comments. We would like to move on to Dr. Rain, just in case Dr. Rain already in the house. Right, while waiting for Dr. Rain, thank you so much. Shannon Halim, yes, Shannon Halim, let's give round of applause for Shannon Halim. So the claps, hand claps is down at your right-hand side, the bottom of your right-hand side. You can place reactions and then hand clap, that would be appreciated. Let me do the same as well. Hand clap, right. Anyway, we would like to move on to the next students. We would like to call Karen Krisha.
Sir, for Karen Kershia, she has a group.
All right, okay. So Karen Krisha, if you can please introduce us to your group, that would be wonderful. Thank you.
So, sorry about that. So
Karen,
my group,
yeah, how are you, Karen?
I'm good. So my group is Jason,
Jason, yes, of course.
Kevin, and Pat.
Patricia.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Very, very nice. Yes, please. So who's going to present first?
I'm going to be the one sharing screen.
Oh, yes, please. So let me move that to, is that Kevin or Jason?
Jason.
Jason, right, right. Sorry for that. All right, Jason, without further ado, stage is yours, yeah? Thank you.
Okay, one moment. Okay, can you see it?
Excellent, me care. Carry on, please,
Yeah.
thank you.
So well, basically this, sorry, one moment. Okay. One of our presenters disconnected. I'm currently waiting for him.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. What this app is basically a psychology, a mental health help app. It's supposed to. It's designed to help people with mental health issues, like, for example, maybe suicide and stuff. Of course, with any application that deals with stuff like this, you're going to need to register, because, well, you need to register because we need to prevent trolls, bots, or people spamming from using the application, and therefore cluttering the what's it called, the waiting list for people who actually need help. So you can just register like that, and then actually log in. So here it is. In the application, you can actually, if you don't really need help, like professional help, psychologists, psychiatrists, you can actually just use the app to learn about mental health, like some topics on how to improve your mental health, on how to maintain your mental health, on how to not lose your, dirty word, I won't say it. And you can actually get help immediately. Like this is some sort of panic button. I've actually made this panic button available in every page. If you noticed it, there's a panic button right here on the main screen. I forgot to present that. All right. So to start primarily with those seeking professional help, there's 2 tabs. We actually provide you with a journal. You can choose to write a journal if you want. This journal will be able to be read by the qualified psychologists and psychiatrists, so they can assess you and make an accurate data about you. I don't know what the word is. I forgot.
Diagnosing.
Okay, health. Now you can actually schedule an appointment. You can see your previous appointments here. These are just placeholder images, so it doesn't look planned. Yeah, it will ask whether you're male or female, because different genders have different psychologies. Let's just go male. It will ask you for your age. It will also you'll also be able to fill out a form to explain what you're currently suffering from, I guess. Yeah, you can do that. And then after you finish that, it will inquire you about what date and time you're available for. After you've chosen that, you can just go next. It will automatically find you the nearest qualified health professional, psychiatrist, psychologist, and then, there we go. It will, when we finally found you a doctor, it will come up with the details of the appointment, like the date, time, and the location, the desired location. In this case, patient's residence. There will be additional notes if the doctor chooses to write down notes, like some additional information for the patient. And yes, like that. That's it for those seeking professional help. It'll be, the other function is to learn about mental health. This one will be explained by Kevin. Kevin?
Yes, please, Kevin.
Kevin, are you there?
I think he's still reconnecting. Yeah, I think he's still reconnecting.
Wow.
Well, no
I
problem.
guess I'll try to
Yes,
explain.
please. Yes, please.
So for this app, it's like this app gathers a lot of knowledge about mental health, about some types of mental disorders, and etc. etc. It will give you mostly about just some health personalities, and that's it. So you can learn more about them.
Okay.
And also, that's it.
All right, that's it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Again, like I said, there will be a panic button for you if you need immediate help. Like if you're feeling suicidal, like you want to kill yourself, you can actually get help immediately. Call. Again, there's another emergency button here, help. You can just click that and it will immediately connect you with our nearest call center, suicide hotline. And yeah, there you go. That's about it.
Well, this app is meant to help spread awareness, so people are aware of mental problems in Indonesia, and we can help people to make access to the treatment as easy and as fast as possible. Since mental health in Indonesia is a big issue too, like most people didn't take it seriously.
Right. Excellent, Karen. All right, Jason and Karen, yeah, excellent, yeah. I really admire your topic. Yeah, your topic is quite a happy topic there, and then usually people would like to have, to consider physical health instead of mental health. And I think you are currently looking at an applications that is really needed in the countries as well, abroad. If I could ask you questions, so who will be the users of these applications? Are you targeting at normal people to help mental, problem people, or is it for the mental illness people?
It's sort of multi-purpose. It can be used by, say, parents who have mentally ill children. They can make appointments for their children, or it can be used by the people who are mentally ill themselves.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So if that's the case, yeah, if I may suggest, yeah, maybe you need to add some sort of teaser, yeah, or important messages right here in the apps. Important messages to prevent them from making any fatal actions, such as suicide or something like that. Amit, of course, yeah. So I think you would need to put that, very quick banners, saying that your life has a purpose or something like that. Yeah, on the banners, like daily changing that, so they accidentally read that. Oh yes, my life has, I have a purpose in this world. Yeah, so I have to fulfill a purpose. So those kind of informations will help them while they I think that's Kevin. Yeah, while they get help from professionals later on, while they wait for their appointments. Yeah. So I don't know. What do you think, Karen and Jason?
Well, that is actually a great idea. I do notice that we're sort of lacking in the quotes department, and people who are actually mentally ill might not be able to be bothered to read stuff like this.
That's what I mean. Exactly.
Yeah.
Although we have all of those, academic explanations of, you have, minimum mental illness, moderate mental illness, or heavy mental illness. They don't even realize that they have that illness.
Yeah.
You got my point, yeah? You got my point. So we would need to put this application as such as they are a healthy person, and they assume they are a healthy person, although they have some degree of illness. But they should presume that this application is for healthy person. So they would like to download it first and then get help by then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That's my feeling of this. Yeah. Of how you channel this to your customers later on. But all in all, this is a really great job, both Jason and Karen. I would like to appreciate your idea on this. Thank you. Right. We would like to hear from Dr. Michael as well. Dr. Michael, stage is yours, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Karin and Jason and Kevin, I think, also together in the same group. This is a really good application to have the human life, yeah, to save the human life for those who have mental disorders. However, as Sir mentioned, it's not only trying to identify your user using persona. Persona, maybe you can use user experience for user experience, user design. However, you need to go even further. Again, this is a heavy topics. I agree with that. And you need to know the characteristic of mental disorder. How the people who have mental disorder would like to have this kind of application. Also for emergency button, yeah. I think for those who want to go suicide, they don't want to have some help from the other people. They want to go directly suicide by himself, I think. So this is of course, it will help, but maybe in terms of design or information, or maybe you need to add additional serious gaming maybe to give better health in terms of mental, yeah, for the users. That would be maybe additional features for your application. I think that's my comment. Thank you. Well done for your application and your group as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Michael, for your comments on that. Yeah. So maybe to conclude these discussions, Karen and Jason and Kevin, yeah, and Patricia. So it is really important for us to consider our persona. So who will be the users, and then how they would like to use your applications. Yeah, there should be a motivation there why they would need to download this application, especially if they are, you know, if they are considerably having, you know, some degree of mental illness. Well, you know, they don't like, you know, to be called mental illness. They don't like it. So most likely, yeah, you got my point, Jason.
Yeah.
So if you can tease them by saying, oh, this is not for mentally illness people. This is for health, completely healthy people, for you to help others. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Right. Anyway, Jason and Karen, yeah, thank you so much for presenting your findings, of course. Karen Kresia, Jason Alexander Tan, Kevin Schreiber, Patricia Pauline Darmawan, yeah, thank you so much for your presentations. If you can please give round of applause for the groups, yeah, thank you. And then we would like to move on to the next group, of course. I would like to call the next name on my list, Nicholas Suhardi. Is Nicholas here?
I'm here, sir.
Oh, very good, Nicholas. Nicholas, are you with any other students of BIS in your group, or you are alone, Nico?
I'm with Amabel, sir.
With Amabel, right. Excellent. Who's going to present though?
We're going to present together, sir.
Together. So whose screen should I?
Me.
Oh, Amabel, right. Okay. Let me put Amabel as the co-host. Right. Amabel, without further ado, Amabel and Nico, yeah? The stage is yours. Thank you.
Okay. 1 second. Okay. Are you see, sir?
Oh, nice. Yes, please. Thank you.
So good afternoon, everyone. Today, Nico and I is going to present about our findings and also our app. And first of all, before we jump into the app, I want to explain some background information to our app. And so basically, our group will make an app which runs kosan and also apartments in Jakarta Selatan and also Tangerang. And also for the target audience in this app would be specifically for university students in the areas of Jakarta and Tangerang that is looking for a place to stay. So we specifically targeted different universities such as BINUS Senayan, JWC, and FX Campus, the BINUS Alam Sutra, and also UPH. So yeah, let's just get into the app. So this is the splash screen and the sign up screen. So Nico will begin explaining about the sign up and sign in screen.
Yes, please.
Okay, so like this is the sign up screen, and then just just type your full name, email, password, confirm password, and then just create your account. Okay. Next. Okay. Sign in. Okay. Oh, sorry. So this is like, oh, the photo is it shows the location of yourself in the map. Okay.
So basically, this app should be able to show the metropolitan areas of the location of our kosan or apartment. And if we proceed here, we just click here. And this app also should be able to show different rooms that are available for the users to choose from. And then we proceed.
Okay, so like this is the chat. So you can choose you want to chat with our team, which is the Uniren or the Anna. She is the resident of the FX Sudirman and Elsa. But in this situation, we choose the Anna. Okay, press the Anna. Okay, so this is like the example. The communication between the university student that want to rent and the owner. Okay. Go back.
And here is also the contact person and also our personal information where they are able to activate their SIN, change their settings, and also change into another account by logging out. So, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, excellent, yeah, excellent. I really enjoyed this idea, yeah, especially it is really relevant to students as well. So I would like to presume that this application is for students?
Yes, for university students that's looking for a place to stay.
Right, right. So I believe we have many of these already in the market. What makes your applications unique, Annabelle? I know this is really.
Actually, we want to make it easier for people to like access different kosan and also apartments more easily, because usually other apps only have each like different, only like one feature but not the other, sir. And also actually we forgot to like link some page. Like we also have this page here where they are also, sorry sir, so this page is basically where they can actually like select their prices according to their budget.
Wow. Yeah.
The proper necessities that they need. For example, like they wanted to be close to the supermarket by how many kilometers, the user can input accordingly to their needs.
Wow, wow, excellent, excellent. Yeah, of course, of course. Yeah, so that's what's lacking in the market at the moment. Excellent, excellent. Right, right. If I may suggest you, at the moment, usually students would like to see what's inside the room.
Yes, that's actually another feature that we're gonna put. Like students can access to like virtual room where they are able to see the room, like exactly. Camera, but we haven't get the chance to like add it in. Sorry, sir.
Well, no, please don't say sorry, Amabel. This is already excellent. This is already excellent, yeah. But look, if I may suggest, we would like to use 360 in our classroom later on. I told this to Dr. Michael. And this 360 is, I think, the starting point for augmented reality of VR and AR later on, which we are within that particular age when people is really, you know, in needs of having those immersed experience, we would like to say. So take a look at this 360 cameras and projections, video projections. They call that stitching or something like that. Then you can incorporate that within your applications. If you don't want to incorporate that within your applications, feel free to upload that to any third-party server, such as YouTube, or what do you call that, another one? I think Facebook has something like that as well. So feel free to publish that on those third-party, and then having the links or embedded API on your applications to link into that third party. If they can see something using their augmented reality, you know, do that and, you know, moving around the place, feels like they're immediately inside the kos-kosan, yeah? That will be, you know, that will be groundbreaking. That will be really, really new. At the moment, we don't have that in the market. None of those. Even Rumah 123 or Rumah.com or what do they call it, another one? Can't remember. None of them has this 360. Although the camera is as cheap as GoPro. Probably even cheaper. But none of them implement this. So it is your opportunity, and then a very good idea. Who knows, you will make this a real business. Well, we have these discussions, exactly, but we have these discussions with Michael Jovan, or, you know, 20 years ago with William. And then there you go, you see them. I remember I have pictures of Michael Jovan opening his factories in Malang and then Bandung. So it is, I mean, huge factories, yeah, for him. I don't think he called him factories at the moment. I think he called him supply or something. Supply what? I can't remember. But, you know, it could come into reality if you would like to, you know, have consistency on that. Amabel and Nico, yeah? Thank you so much, yeah, for presenting this. I would like to give you this opportunity to Dr. Michael. Yes, please, Pat.
Thank you so much, Annabelle, and also, sorry.
Nicholas, Pak, Nicholas.
Yeah, Nicholas. Thank you, Nicholas. This is a really great application. You have thought about some features already, about necessities, about the supermarket, whether it's near to the public transport. This is really good application also. And as Sir mentions, if you can add the 360, maybe the images with the maybe video as well, that would be great. My questions, if you have those features or maybe your existing application, how can you commercialize? How, in other words, maybe not commercializations, but maybe how can you earn some money for covering the expenses for further development of your application? Maybe you have several revenue techniques, revenue methods, like a freemium. Maybe you can request for subscription, maybe, yeah. What do you think? Which one is the best?
We haven't actually discussed further for that one, but maybe later I'll try to like ask my team again, and we'll discuss again on how we are going to able to like make this app more well known, I guess, to other people with like the subscription that you said just now.
Okay, okay. Of course, this is an early question for you. Even you haven't started your study. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Very excellent. Yeah.
Thank you, Amabel and Nicholas. Yeah, round of applause for both Amabel and Nicholas. Excellent.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So we would like to call for the next student in the list is Madeline Teresa Lee. So Madeline, are you in the room?
Yes, sir.
Madeline, yes, please, Madeline. So Madeline, do you have any BIS students with you for your application prototype, or are you alone?
I'm alone.
All right, Madeline, yeah. All right, Madeline, without further ado, yeah. Without further ado, we would like to give the opportunity to you. Let me make you as the as the co-host, of course. Lynn, all right. I hope you can see a notification in front of your screen. Thank you.
Yes, I can. Okay, shall I start?
Yes, please, Madeline.
Okay, so good afternoon, everybody. So from today, I would like to discuss about my application, which is called Dietopedia. As you can see from the title, we are focusing on diet, where we want to help people which these days may have struggled in doing a diet program. Maybe they could get bored with the application, which they only have a few features. Or in another case, maybe it's because they don't feel challenge from the app. Or another case where the food that the application recommend is healthy food that is expensive, such as salmon, beef, and some vegetable which maybe not fit into their budget. But for Dietopedia, we have already provided cheap and profitable meals for our user. So first things first, you have to sign up to our apps. For this page, the cons about it is that you don't have to sign in. And then we have the user have to fill in the questionnaire. We have a questionnaire so that we can avoid the allergies of the user, and we can know the location of the user and the problem and goals. So in our application, we have a recipe that you can look for, like breakfast, lunch, dinner, like this. And also you can, if you want strawberry banana as your meal planning, you can just like, oh, okay, I want this, and then you enter, and then it will be in the planning. And then if you want, you don't want to make, you just want to buy something, you can like go to this feature where it will be direct to the app, and it will show some restaurant around you, which is it is a low and cheap restaurant. I think that's it for my application. Oh yeah, and for the future, I guess we will have some feature about exercise, where the unique is that we can you can like have exercise with your friend, where because of this pandemic you can like video call with your friends, even though it's weird, but I see a few of my friends have exercise together, and I think it's efficient.
Right, Madeline. Well, Madeline, thank you so much for sharing this with us. Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
Your presentations. And if I may ask, to these applications. So, is these applications for a normal person or a person with certain?
I think person who want to start diet or people who fail to diet and want to start again, because for our app we will give like tips and tricks, and if they are like lazy, we'll like give a notification like let's exercise or let's get healthy together, like that.
Madeline, yes, Madeline. We have of course lacking in the market at the moment is how do you know the calories that you are currently eating? So that's what we don't have at the moment. So for instance, if you have a bowl of noodles, or if you have a full plate of potatoes and red meat, for example, what is the calories of that? So, and then how to relate that with your daily intake. So will your applications answer that?
Actually, I suggest about the calorie intakes, but my group thinks that calorie intake is like too much for the coder. So we think like we want to be simpler for the coder so they can make the app simple. So
all right. Excellent. Well, if I may suggest, yeah, maybe Madeline, we can add later on, sort of sensors, yeah, That these sensors is to detect, heartbeats or movement of the users and everything, and then suggest recipes suitable for their activities. So they don't search for that recipes, or maybe this one fits me. But the applications later on will say, oh, please eat this, or, please, have this as your dinner or something like that. So instead of, so we will need that kind of, automations, man, I think, yeah. But all in all, this is really excellent.
yes, sir.
Thank you, Madeline. Yeah, we would like to hear from Dr. Michael as well. Thank you so much, Michael. Please.
Thank you. Thank you, Madeline, for the nice application there. Yes, just as additional information, you will learn about the sensor. Yeah, so Sam is the expert for Internet of Things. You can put a sensor maybe when you choose one diet meal, you need to weigh the raw material, yeah, raw food, yeah, without before you cook it maybe, or it's already prepared, and then you can estimate how much the calorie in that meal, and also well, to give some good information, if you want to commercialize a bit more about the applications, of course, you need to take maybe several good diet programs. Maybe you have your own diet program. There are many people here sell their diet program. Also, this is in Indonesia. Yeah? Let's think about the other country as well. I ever tried to find a dietist in Netherlands, but I never got the good diet meal program because their taste is a Dutch meal. It's not Indonesian meal. So it's quite different. If we have an application that can be select the, okay, this is Western meal, this is Indonesian meal, this is a Chinese meal, that would be also good for the application. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you so much, Dr. Michael, for your comments. And thank you so much, Madeline Teresa Lee. Can we please give a round of applause for Madeline Teresa Lee? Excellent. Let's move on to the next students will be Kenneth Farrell Wijaya. So Kenneth, are you in the room? We would like to call Fausan Karismawan.
Hello, sir. Can I ask?
Hi, is that Fauzan?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Sir, Kenneth is group with me and Julian.
Oh, nice.
So Kenneth first or Fauzan first?
Feel free. We don't have we don't have yet any reply from both students, so I guess the stage is still open, Marco. So if you would like to take over, please feel free.
Oh, okay.
Should I make you as co-host? Yeah.
My laptop just error.
Okay,
I don't know why it's become black screen. So I use phone.
All right. So who should I make as?
Julian.
Julian. All right.
Yeah, Julian.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Wait.
All right, Julian. It is your stage is yours, Julian. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Can you see my screen?
Excellent. Location A, location B. Mantap. So what's happening there? Earthquake. Oh my God. Is that tsunami alert?
No. So talking about my screen for background information from my screens, we talk about like a future maps. So what is future maps? It's not just kind of like a ways, but like it's kind of like a maps that can detect for example, it's kind of like a tsunami, earthquake, or maybe etc. So for the background, it's gonna be like you just need to sign in with your email and your password. And for next, so it's also used to be kind of like a formal maps. You can enter destinations, and when you do it, you can know where your location A to locations B. And like for this 1, 2, 3, actually, it's kind of like a by car, by bike, or maybe like a public transportations. And for next, Marco gonna present.
Wait. So the app, if you download it, it will, if there's any some kind of tsunami or earthquake like that, it will notify you in your phone, and it will become an emergency alert. Next slide. Next. If you click that, it will become an emergency like this. So you just only tap it, so we know that your location app where you are, and then it will connect to the around you for closest shelter. Closest shelter that government ready to use it. So something like that. So it will direction to the closest shelter if you want to go there. So we say.
So it's kind of like a maps that can remind you days before if there will be happens kind of like a earthquake or maybe tsunami, because like the maps will be connected with like a world news or that can send information from these apps to the world to for example it's each countries if there's gonna be a kind of like earthquake or maybe something else, and so people's around the country or to danger zones can see it and get the notifications and know where to go to the shelter. Thank you. So there's for our presentations.
Right, excellent.
You want to add something, Kenneth?
Yes, please. Kenneth. Feel free, Kenneth, if you would like to add something. All right, while waiting for Kenneth, yeah. An excellent applications, Julian, yeah, and Marco. I could see a little bit hesitations of you moving towards this tsunami warning or earthquake warning. So please do not hesitate in doing that, because Dr. Michael can tell you a lot on that. Yeah. At the moment, we don't have yet. Um, um, I would like to say reliable applications in monitoring those natural disasters, such as this earthquake or tsunami. We do have some of those, sporadically installed in around Sumatra, Aceh area, or around, Pantura, or around, Pantai Selatan. But those applications not really, we would like to say, integrated, because those applications talks to a different life buoy. So let me, what happened here is you would need to connect your applications with sensors. And it is a good idea for you to cover all sensors provided at the moment by the governments, if you are later on implementing this with governments, yeah. So it is important for you to integrate that from, from those tectonic plates areas, such as, Southern Java area, northern Aceh, northern Aceh, northern Sumatra, and then those area across northern Sulawesi. So those areas, if you can please cover that. Please do not hesitate only one city, and then, please do not hesitate. If you would like to go big, go big. This has happened with Tokopedia and Gojek as well. When they introduce Gojek, or when they introduce Tokopedia, they don't have only Tokopedia in their mind. You got it, Julian? So for instance, Gojek, they don't have only Gojek, they don't have only that motorbike in their mind. They have already Go Massage, they have already Go Car, they have already, Go Pay, they have already, all of those platforms already in their mind. But they need one, one, we would like to call it one MVP, yeah? One MVP for them to be able to implement that. So in my opinion, if you would like to cover all of those area in your plan, but implement that in stage. Thank you so much, Julian.
Thank you, sir. So, sir, actually, I have another app that I make it with when I was on a Wednesday. Should I present it right now or maybe later when you come in?
Please do that now. Please do that.
So, actually, I have one presentation about. Wait, let me see. Wait a second. Okay. About the so this is I make an app. So before I start these presentations, we know that because of this coronavirus, every business like turns upside down. But on these apps, I want to talk about the entertainment. So because of this coronavirus, everyone got lack of entertainment. So I don't know, they can't go to the mall, they can't go to watch a movie and stuff. So I think about like I want to make an app for everyone to have to have possibility to watch a movie again with kind of like a hot protocols, which I can call this like a drive-in cinema that already happens, but like it's happening is kind of like offline for you to if I'm not wrong, it's you cannot buy the ticket from the app. So in this case, I want to make the app for the drive-in cinema. So this is gonna be the introduction. So this is gonna be the Premiere Drive-in Delight. You just need to send in your email and your password. And for the next, it seems kind of like Cinema XXI that the apps is the same actually, but like I just change it for like drive-in. So you just need to choose which one you want to choose. For example, what movie you want to choose, you just need to choose it. On this app, on this page, you can see they have kind of like the what's playing right now, what's coming soon, and there's also kind of like drive-in text. So you can buy the ticket using the drive-in text. You just need to put the money to the drive-in text, and you can buy the ticket. So there will be no contact between others because of this COVID. And for the next, after all, you can choose the theater, which car one where you want to put, for example, A1, A2, or maybe B1. And after all those things, you just need to they're gonna showing you up the screens for the movie, the ticket, the seats, and price, and your drive-in balance. So yeah, I make this up because as I know the reality, we have lack of entertainment because of this COVID. That's for my presentations. Thanks, sir.
Excellent, Julian. I really enjoyed this one. It has been a while since the last drive-in movies happened to be in the market. Yeah, so I believe this will be needed during these situations. Yeah, there is this situation. Although we hope that these situations will pass very, very soon, but we never know. Yeah. We
Yeah.
never know. So in that case, if we need to have release or strictest protocol in attending movies, that should be within the safety of your own car. Yeah. So I would like to really appreciate these applications, and then well, with this kind of application, you can sell it. Yeah, you can sell it to to all of those cinemas networks, and well, having said that, please make sure when you tell, I know I told this to Amabel already, when you tell your idea, make sure you tell that to the correct person later on. So if you would like to share this idea later on, because this idea can be money maker for you later on. So please be very careful when you share this to the counterparts. They can easily copy this and then make their own. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Julian, thank you so much. I really enjoyed these applications. So that was my suggestions for drive-in cinema. We would like to hear from Dr. Michael as well. Pak Michael, thank you for both applications here, Pak.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Sam. Thank you, Julian and Marco. This is really excellent applications. You have two even. And for drive-in cinema, maybe may I ask something regarding the existing application, like this maybe, yeah? Like MTix. Do you know MTix here? What can your application differ from MTix in terms of features? Of course, MTix can be easily changed to drive-in cinema, just adding additional setting. Yeah. What do you think?
Maybe like for examples, what I can applicate in drive-in takes, it's not only for buy a ticket, maybe it's kind of like buy a food, maybe. So for examples, before when we watch a movie, we used to buy snacks, popcorn and stuff outside, right? Inside the cinema, not inside the cinema, but with this drive-in takes, maybe I can applicate it so it's possible for you to buy like a popcorn and stuff. So it's not only for a movie, but it's also for snacks before you go to the drive-in's place.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. However, somehow when we use MTix, there is some time. I mean, maybe 1 hour or 2 hours before the film started. Yeah, so you need to buy first. Otherwise, if it is less than 2 hours, you cannot buy. But in most cases, people want to buy maybe directly, maybe in few minutes before the film started. It happened also in one of our alumni. Yeah, he worked for one technology IT company, and the IT company provide the application for parking. they have also a map of parking slot, and before they can go to FX, for example, they know exactly how many slots are available, and they can pay directly before arrive, maybe 5 minutes before arrive the FX mall. This is a kind of application, maybe in last minute, yeah. Try to provide a possibility to have to buy a ticket in last minute as well. And for another applications, what do you think are essential to provide the information about the, maybe you need additional data, yeah? When there is earthquake, there will be a warning, yeah? Do you know the government has the BMKG, yeah? They release a warning, but the warning is often false. So they always give a warning, maybe there will be a tsunami, will come in 15 minutes, and the level of tsunami may be 1 meter. However, after waiting for 1 hour, the tsunami will not come to that area. It's false warning. However, also there is possibility the warning is not released. For instance, in Selat Krakatau, you remember?
Yes.
In that incident, the BMKG did not release any tsunami warning. So for that case, do you have any idea? Maybe there are some additional data that should be collected within your applications?
For that, maybe yeah, we need to think about it. Yeah. When Sir said like that, it's kind of makes me think too. And like, yeah, as we know, we can't predict the future about the disaster itself. So maybe I'll I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, understand. This is still in the early age, but you have thought about shelter, how to every individual can go to the nearest shelter. Yeah, this is a really good idea to save the human life, because in the experience, I joined several workshops regarding tsunami, and there is a CCTV. Yeah? When there is earthquake, the people are going to the beach. This is a dangerous area they are going to.
Yeah.
They don't know how to go. So by using this application, of course, it will really helpful for the people. Yeah. Okay. Well done. Thank you, Marco and Julian.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Dr. Michael, for your comments and questions. And we would like to give round of applause to both students, Julian, Fernando,
Sir,
and then Marco. Yes, please.
Can I ask something?
Yes, please. Is that James? Is that?
This is Marco.
Marco, yes, please, Marco.
I have a personal project, another project. Should I present it or not?
Yes, please. Is that about NetBeans or ClickSense or anything?
It's Marvel app.
Marvel app. If you can please present it. Thank you.
But Julian will help me to share screen about it.
No problem. Please do that.
Wait.
Okay.
You already send me in WhatsApp or what?
Well, I can make you the co-host, Marco.
Wait. So, I don't know, Marco. Can you send me the link?
I already sent you in WhatsApp, Julian.
This Okay.
I'm sorry for your laptop, yeah?
Yeah, it's okay, sir.
So this is my app for people who in Indonesia, people who don't want to go psychiatrist. So we built this app for people who have a mental issue in their live, so they can privately call us or ask us for their life. So basically, this is the sign page. You can register there. The bottom, Julian, can you click at the register?
This one, right?
Yeah. You can register. Wait. You can register right now, and no. I mean, you can register. Just like click that like that, and go back to the sign in page.
To the sign in page. Okay.
You just like that, and you click the email, please.
Sure.
Yeah, you type the email like that. You sign in button, and then this is the home page of the apps. You can show your thing today. If you click example set emotion, can you click the set emotion? Yeah, and you can type it whatever you want, and it going to the diary of your journal history. You can go back to home in the bottom. Yeah. So we have another system that if you relieve stress or want to fall asleep or reduce anxiety, you can exercise there, like breathing exercise. Try click relieve stress. Yeah, this is the breathing exercise for a better mental health or better health. Yeah. And then we have another system that there is a forum bottom message. Yeah, this is like a forum of article. There's many world news and trending articles every day. You can discuss it to click the discuss. This is the discussion app. You can really ask anything in here. It's just like a forum, and that's it. That's our project for people who don't want to come to psychiatrist. Because in Indonesia, it's so taboo to go psychiatrist. People will always eject, will always bully the mental issue. Mental issue. They judging always, so they always scared to go psychiatrist. Yes, so we make this app just like that. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Julian.
No, thank you, Marco. I really enjoyed, this idea, yeah. And then apparently, the newer generations can recognize this, that there is a need of, of addressing mental illness problem in society, and then something needs to be done. And then this application suggested by Marco Aristo is one of I guess, one of the best applications that we can use, of course. Yeah, I could see some of my suggestions to the previous applications. You already have it here. So yeah, what you need to move these applications to the market is how to finance these applications and how these applications can finance itself. So you need to think about that. And then, you know, the inputs from Dr. Michaels to other groups about the sustainability of certain applications is very much important, yeah? Of course, we would like to help people as much as possible and then maybe gaining some benefits in between, but you would need to design that. So, Marco, yeah? And then as well, Julian, for movie apps, that's applicable to movie apps as well. So if you can think the sustainability of these movie apps, how these apps can sustain itself. So are you going to, you know, put that as part of a, you know, movie theater kind of options? Or are you going to have it as a standalone, such as Traveloka kind of thingy? Or, yeah, so those kind of business considerations you will need to think of later on. We will have it in subject, no worries. But early on this stage, you would need to nurture your idea, yeah? And then tell this story only to necessary people, because people can easily copy something like this and all of a sudden tomorrow they already have it in app stores. So be very careful on that, yeah? All right, without further ado, I would like to pass this to Dr. Michael. Dr. Michael, do you have any another opinion for this brighter life applications? Yes, please, Pak.
Yeah, it's really good, Marco. I just want to comment regarding your design. This is your design is quite neat and looks professional already. Yeah, that's my comment. Thank you.
By the way, this is a group project with my friends, not my personal project, sir.
Oh, okay. Okay, thanks.
Excellent, Marco and Julian. Thank you so much, Dr. Michael, for your comments. We would like to give round of applause for Julian Fernando Biputra and then Marco Aristo as well, yeah?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll stop the share screen, okay?
Thank you. Thank you, Julian. We would like to call, thank you. We would like to call the next students, Michelin Angriawan, yeah? Michelin Angriawan, are you in the room?
Yes, sir.
Michelin, are you with any of the BIS students within your group or are you alone?
Alone.
Alone, all right, okay. Let me put you as the co-host, yeah?
Sir, can you see my screen?
Excellent, Michelin's health manager. Yes, please.
Okay. So actually this application is to help our user to maintain their healthy lifestyle. So for example, like during this pandemic, most of people just stay at home and then work from home. They just like doing their stuff and at their room. Mostly they will like forget to drink enough of water, sleep well, and then eat the meals on time. So this application will help them to like remind them to drink enough of water, sleep on time, and yeah, eat the meals on time. So the first page, which is the sign-in page, yeah, you can put your username here and then password, and then you can directly sign in. So this one is the physical health, and then here will be your username and then the date, and then the first one it will be like the water intake taker. So like every you drink water, you can click on this icon and then it will directly record your progress of water intake, your water intake, and then there will be like a note for you. For example, like you don't drink the water for more than 2 hours, then there will be a notification to remind you drink water. And then the second one, meals. Same thing with the first one. Also record your meals time. So this one is for breakfast, lunch, and then your dinner. If you have already eaten your breakfast, you can directly click this icon. It will also directly record it, your progress. And there is also a note here for you to remind you to eat healthy food. And then the third one, the workout feature. Here will be like the timer for you to do the workout, and you can set it up. And then here there will be a like step or tutorial workout for you. And then the last one, there will be like an alarm to wake you up in the morning, and then also at night it will remind you to sleep on time. And then the second page here, the mental health page. The same thing with the previous page. There will be your username here, the date, and also the first one, there will be a meditation feature. So you can choose the option, either you want to like do this meditation or yeah, this meditation, you can choose. And then the second one, podcast. Yeah, you can choose it, which podcast that you want to hear. And then the third one, music, you can choose what genre that you want to listen, what genre of music that you want to listen. Here there is jazz, K-pop, relaxing music, and rock. And then the last one, articles, you can choose like what articles that you want to read. You can choose the option here. And then the last page, there will be a profile page. So you can put your profile picture here, and then there will be your username. And then also you can put your own quote to remind you to be a better person every day. And then here will be your email, your birthday, your hobbies, and your dream as well. So if you click sign up, and then they will be, go back to the first page. And actually, there are like many applications similar with this kind of application, but I try to combine like all feature in one application to make my like user be more easier. Yeah.
Excellent, Micheline. Yeah, I really enjoy your presentations. Yeah. Well, look, I'm really curious though. When you say this application can monitor intakes of your, daily food or probably fluid or water, yeah. So how does that work? Every time you drink water, you tap your. How are you going to tell the applications that I just have an intake of water? How would you do that?
Here, click this icon.
Oh, right, absolutely. Absolutely, yeah, that's right. And that's the same with meals as well, right?
Yeah, same.
All right, okay. Thank you so much, Micheline. Excellent, excellent application.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Dr. Michael, do you have any opinion, please? Thank you.
Yes, for the questions, just in case we don't want to have some click here, how can you do with the application? For instance, you just take a glass of water, and you don't need to, because people can be really busy here. Maybe they don't have time to click something in the apps, but they expect your application give some reminder. Do you have some thinking in mind?
Actually, if there is like a notification, they will pop up like at the top of your phone, and then there will be like ignore, or like how to say, like if you already do it, you just directly like click the right side of the notification, and directly it will be recorded. So you don't need to go back to the application and click the icon.
Okay, it's good. However, somehow the need of water, for a human can be different from one person to another person, of course, but also when the human do some workout, yeah, they need maybe more water. How can you, how can your apps can provide good informations dynamically to the users?
Okay. It's quite confusing. I haven't think about it, sir. Sorry.
Okay, it's fine. It's quite, of course, it's an advanced question, and this is already very good. And you even complete with the article, listening music. This is of course, there's something in mind, yeah. Also for some business people, I would like to say directly, for example, the Tokopedia, the founder, William Tanuwijaya, would like to have Tokopedia application to provide anything inside, including the stuff, maybe for food, maybe for buying investment product, maybe, yeah. But this is will change the direction of the business, actually. Maybe you can think in mind why you want to make it complete. Maybe would you like to add additional feature, maybe for buying a food as well?
It might be in the future, yeah.
But not for buying the investment product. Do you think it's important? For physical health?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So having investment product also, it means that you increase the physical health as well.
Sorry, sir. Like, I don't get it. Like, what?
So if you have some feature in your application right now, there is a feature to buy investment product, like buying a stock, gold, maybe. What do you think that kind of feature can increase the physical health? Because your topic is about physical health here, also maybe mental health.
Investment product is like buying food.
No, buying stock market, or for investment, money investment. It's a bit far, of course. Just to maybe you can have some idea on that. Okay, this is already very good. I'm questioning about this because your application is quite interesting, yeah? Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Michelin, for the applications, health manager applications. Yeah, Michelin Angriawan. Thank you so much for your effort and presenting this.
Thank you, sir. And sorry, I cannot answer question.
It was absolutely, it was an advanced questions that we would like to ask that questions later on in the classroom to you, Michelin. So of course, yeah, no problem at all.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. We would like to move on to the next students, which is, let me read this carefully. Mark Iskandar Lee. So, Mark, are you in the room? All right, while waiting for Mark, we would like to check on James Leslie. James, are you in the room?
Hello, sir.
All right. James. Yes, James. Are you ready with your applications or presentation?
Wait, I'm with my group with Fidela and Brian in Florencia and Ivan.
Oh, nice. Yes, please. Oh,
I did it already.
Oh, you did already. I'm sorry for that. So you are with Fradela,
Brian, me, Valencia, and Ridwan.
and oh my God, right. Yeah, I got it. I get it already. Thank you so much, James.
Okay, no problem, sir.
Thank you. Sorry for that. Then we would like to move on to the next students, which is Matthew Reynard Suprato.
Yes, sir.
Matthew, are you ready with your applications or presentation, please?
Yes, sir. Can you share screen?
Right, absolutely. All right, Reynard, without further ado, stage is yours, please. Thank you.
Can you see it, sir?
It's about to show something. Oh, yes, excellent. Thank you.
Okay, so basically I'm gonna share an overview about my app first. My app is basically about, it's to help, it's a tracker app to track the destroyed corals underwater. So basically here is there's a main sign up page. You can click sign in, and then this will show you like a map, and then there's actually, so far it's still really raw, so I only have like this page. So it's like you can contact local authorities, or you can save the locations where the coral reefs are destroyed or there are any illegal activities underwater. So the main reason of why I have an idea to create the app is based on my personal experience when I went snorkeling in Bunaken Island. I witnessed several tourists and like the local people, they mine the coral reefs, which is not a good idea considering that it takes time for coral reefs to grow and stuff. And basically, the police are actually there, but then it takes time for them to go to the location where people are mining the corals or doing any illegal activities. And I think it would be a good idea if people can help the police by sharing the location quickly. It's actually like only to help the police so that they can find the location quicker and they can track any illegal activities.
Excellent.
Yeah, I think that's it, sir.
Excellent, Reynard, yeah. So if I may ask you questions. So well, look, pinpointing this during your diving, or how this application will work. So you bring your mobile phone with you while diving, or so how's that? Or are you, when arriving at your boat, and then you mark the piece, or what happened?
It's basically like when you're in the boat, you can like mark the location.
Right. And then this will be sent to local police.
Yes. So they can see it in their database, and then they can react to your report.
Excellent. These are really good applications. And how to maintain these applications? What is the sustainability plan?
Basically, we can like give this app to be used by the government, because they really need it, I think.
Yeah.
Because they're really lacking in human resources, and also I think that with the use of this app, they can like it will make their job easier to track any illegal activities on the water.
Right. Absolutely. Right. Reynard, if I may suggest, you have two. You're actually building two applications here. One's which is in front of us. We call it front end, and the back end. So the front end looking like this, but the back end, you would need another one to, at the police station side. You got it, right?
Oh, yeah,
to
sure.
interface with the police, so the police can know. So to the interface of the policeman or the water police, you would need some sort of amplifications, I would like to say, yeah. So it is not to the first report, then the police act upon that, because that could be, people just playing with the applications, or false alarm or something like that. But if many reports happen to be in that area, sort of radius of 10 kilos or 5 kilos, those reports collects